Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, agents. I am Mounty Carl, and you are watching a Division Let's Talk. Now, the big news for Gun Brothers Gaming is that we have joined up with the Triton Army channel. So if you're watching this over at the Triton Army channel, a very nice day to you, and welcome to the Division Let's Talk series, where I discuss all things Division related. Now, feel free to come on over to Gun Brothers Gaming and view our other content as well. We have tons of content. We do lots of these Let's Talks. Some of them are rants, some of them are raves, but a lot of them are mostly informative for the people out there, and I try to keep up with the latest news in the division just to make sure that everybody is well aware. And I am not paid by Ubisoft in the slightest to dumb down or give you the sugary coating of what it is. I am a freelance person and I give you the truth. So let's go ahead and dive right into the topics of the day, which are the major changes that are currently underway from Ubisoft and Massive after yesterday's rough launch. But I do gotta say, a huge up to Massive and Ubisoft for really getting in there and getting a hot fix out quickly. Not even an update to the game, just a server-side fix. It was quick, it was dirty, and it was happening within a few hours of the launch. So big ups to them for getting everybody that needed to get into the game and fixing those Delta errors. So let's move into some of the other particular news that isn't so great. And this first piece really hit me hard, and I didn't really enjoy reading about it, but it is the G36 assault rifle, which is my new go-to weapon, and I'm sure if you have it, it is your go-to weapon, but they are saying that the base damage on this is too high. Massive has already issued a statement that there is a nerf incoming for this gun, and I just got plead the case that this gun is fine. No need to nerf it. Massive, please don't nerf this gun. Everyone who has it, I can tell you, they love this gun. It is their new favorite gun, and if you need proof that it's my favorite gun, I will submit to you a video of me dismantling all of my AUGs and my number one AUG that I have had since the beginning of high-end weapons in favor of this new awesome piece of weaponry. Please do not nerf it. Please, please, I beg of you. Moving on. We are starting to see reports coming in as well about HVT targets that are bugged from the Seek and Destroy mission and high value targets, where there is a bug that is caused by the new level 30 everywhere change, where if you're level 30, the lowest level that all the enemies are going to be are level 30. Well, since everything is level 30, the drops are reflective of that, so I would advise everyone to steer clear of the HVT missions until they are fixed, because you will get less intel and less drops and stuff like that. So just wait a week until they get that cleared for the upcoming fix. It doesn't happen all the time, but it appears to happen about 90% of the time. So I've foregone doing any more HVTs this week until that fixes out. Also, in the same vein as before, avoid killing bosses on top of trains in the underground. We all know that bosses enjoy climbing on top of things. I have no idea why this is in the game. I have no idea why the enemies love to climb on top of cars. They love, you're shooting at them and they love to climb on top of it. I have no idea why that is even something that is built into the enemy behavior. But in this case, the bosses go up on these trains and they will die in an area where you can't get your loot. I've seen lots of screenshots of poor orphaned loot just sitting out of reach of the owner, and the sad look on their faces, while priceless, is still sad. Best way to get these bosses off the train or platforms that you can't get to is to throw an incendiary grenade up there. This will cause them to jump down, and you can then proceed to stomp them into the dirt like they deserve. A few other nerfs coming up in the next fix, the Showstopper. If you are fortunate enough to have this gun, it wasn't supposed to work with the Sentry's Call. Only semi-auto guns are supposed to work with it, and this gun wrecks people and everything if you have a 4-piece Sentry. You can walk up, blast someone in the face, automatically put 3 marks on him and put him down. This will get removed from the pool of guns that will work with the Sentry's Call in the future, and it is sad, I know, so use it while you can. Also, the Showstopper isn't currently able to be recalibrated for the talents, but in a future fix it will be, so that will be an option for you once they do that. But it is right now, there's something preventing it from being recalibrated. Also, in the recalibration vein, the PP19, when you recalibrate the free talent, it makes it so that the new talent has attributes, which is not an intended behavior of the recalibration of this slot. So that should be fixed soon, but until then, you should wait for the incoming hotfix before recalibrating the PP19. To finish up, I have been in the Darkzone, and if you have been in the Darkzone recently, you will have noticed that if you are 219 or somewhere around that area, you are being put into the 231 plus, and that is due to the recent change that Massive did to discourage moving down to lower DZs. It's actually not a massive change, it's a previous change that they did quite a while ago to prevent people from moving down to lower DZs and just wrecking wrecking people. But in doing so, they bumped up a lot of people that aren't geared up enough to do 231. There isn't really a fix coming, and I don't think that Massive really even has addressed this issue. So this is something that I'm reporting on that you should know about, because a lot of my friends are going into the Darkzone at 219 and they are getting stomped into the ground by level 33s, especially you can't run it solo. So that's a problem. So you're going to need to wait until you get geared up enough to just kind of weather the storm and get out there and get into that zone. Also, you may have noticed there is Blue Division Tech returning to the DZ. This is a mistake and they are working on fixing it, so you won't be getting Blue Div Tech in the 201 or 231 DZ, even though it seems fairly minor, because you do get gold div tech with it, but the blue ones will be going away. That's been my time. I am Mounty Carl, and you've been watching a Division Let's Talk on the Division. If you found this information to be helpful, give us a like and feel free to subscribe here or at the Triton Army channel for the most up-to-date Division news. Also, if you are wondering about where to get the cool new outfits people are wearing, you can download the Upper East Side outfit pack, or you can hit up the new Dragon's Nest Incursion for a lot of cool new duds that people are rocking these days. They look very cool. I saw my buddy Triton, he was wearing a hobo outfit or something from the Upper East Side. It looked like he was wearing something very hobo-ish from like Red Skelton days or something like that. But anyways, thanks again for watching. I am Mounty Carl for the Division Let's Talk. Agent out.